Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today we're doing another pick a card style reading using images. So choose from the 3 images that you see here before you. Number 1 is the crystals, number 2 is the book, and number 3 is the hand. Today we're going to be looking at what you are currently manifesting and when that will show up for you. So we might try to get some details on what it could be that you're manifesting, and I will try to get as much detail as we can around the time frame of when this will be showing up to you, and or anything that may be creating resistance or blocking your manifestation from manifesting. Once you've got the image or images that resonate with you and that are calling you to the readings, use the timestamps down below to jump ahead to your reading or readings, and we'll see you there. Hi, group number 1. If you chose the crystals, welcome to your reading on what it is that you're manifesting right now and when it will show up. So we're going to start out with the oracle cards, and then we're going to get some clarifiers through tarot and some other fun things as well. So what is it that group number 1 is manifesting right now? And when will that show up? When can they expect this manifestation? Okay. So you have success. That's a good sign. We're off to a great start. Looks like whatever it is that you're manifesting is going to bring something that feels very successful to you. It's something you're really excited about. This could even be that you're manifesting success in your business or in an endeavor of some kind, but let's wait before we find out more. Within the next few months. Okay, well, you can't get very much clearer than that. Group number 1, this success is coming to you within the next few months. You have trust. It is important that you trust that this is showing up for you, that you're putting in the right efforts, which we will get clarifiers and more information on. But really, Spirit is just speaking so loudly and clearly that whatever this is that you're manifesting is going to bring you a lot of feelings of success. It's happening within the next few months, and you're just meant to trust and work on expanding and raising your frequency right now, because that's what's going to help to bring it in. Remain positive. Yes, exactly, because remaining positive and being in trust is raising your frequency, and that is what creates the recipe for success in regard to this manifestation. And then you also have reconsider. Okay, and I do want to get clarifiers on this, of course. So for reconsider, let's take a look at your animal oracle cards. Okay. Peacock, let yourself stand out and be noticed. That's really interesting. I was literally just watching a reading before this while I was cleaning my house, and peacock was one of the spirit animals. So peacock comes when you need to trust yourself and have self-confidence and put yourself out there and I just heard in my head, let your freak flag fly. Why is that so hard to say? Let your freak flag fly. So it's basically just saying, be yourself, trust yourself, be in your own power, shine your light. That's what's going to bring you success. So some of this might be success around notoriety or popularity or something like that you're trying to manifest. Octopus, practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. This is really interesting. So, I mean, if we're looking at the peacock, when we look at or think about peacocking, it's really about being a very grandiose version of yourself or adorning yourself with lots of lavish types of adornments to gain attention or to feel confident, or both. And the octopus here is quite literally talking about shape-shifting, or in this case, it's kind of like changing the color of your skin. So I do feel like it's because octopuses are really good at changing their skin color and texture and creating so much ability to blend in, but then the peacock is all about standing out. So I see this as you kind of focusing on what it is that you want to create and then becoming that version of you. So let's say, for example, that you wanted to be a movie star. Well, then you would really have to feel confident in your physical appearance and in your acting capabilities, and you'd have to feel confident being in the spotlight and being put on the spot and memorizing lines. So it's kind of like, how would you dress, or how would you act, or how would you live if that was the type of lifestyle that you're trying to manifest? And maybe you can't live all of those things, but you can start to incorporate some of the feelings of confidence, or you can start to incorporate some of the types of maybe clothes, or maybe get a hairstyle that feels like it suits that. So I am seeing something about like success being in regard to your public image. And so maybe changing something to more authentically express who you are, or that fits the role that you're looking to manifest or create. And you have grouse, express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So maybe some of you are trying to manifest a career in like dance, or a career in, or some kind of what am I feeling here? Yeah, it's like singing or dancing, or some kind of show business, because even, when we're looking at the cards here, peacock and octopus, they're both very sort of like highly flamboyant type of energies. The octopus is more about camouflage, so it's like you've got this duality going on, but I do feel as though there's this bright light within you that's wanting to shine. All of the lights in these cards are really speaking of that as well. So there's something in you that really needs to shine, and it's not that you're looking for the attention of it. It's more so that it's like you kind of need that spotlight to be able to be your authentic self in this way. Very interesting. So I do want to get clarifiers from the angel deck as well. What is group number 1 manifesting? And when will it show up? I mean, the next few months was pretty clear. But let's just get more details if we can. You have brilliant idea. It says, Archangel Uriel, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So if you've had a creative idea, or if you've felt inspired to pursue a line of work or a hobby, or like something, a side hustle I just heard in my head that is going to kind of put you in the spotlight, or to allow you to express yourself creatively, then yes, you're meant to be doing that. You have spiritual understanding, Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand your spiritual truths. I like this. It feels like part of this is connected to your spiritual expression, because that's your light. Now, when it comes to reconsider, I feel like reconsider here is really talking about your capacity to feel confident. So if you've been doubting yourself, Spirit is saying reconsider, trust, listen to your soul, listen to your heart. It knows the way, and it's really speaking to you loud and clear here with spiritual understanding, but you do need to nurture that. You do need to trust yourself to be able to do this and take action toward it and nurture the growth of whatever this manifestation is. This is Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay. So also your inner child may be part of the reason why you're manifesting this. It can also be one of the things that may be creating resistance. So if there's a part of your inner child that feels unworthy, or that feels as though it's not going to be safe to do what it is that you're wanting to do, or to have what you are trying to manifest, then it's going to create resistance, and it's going to put up blocks to that. But that's why Spirit is saying it's important that you remain positive and trust yourself and reconsider any self-doubt, because this is going to be successful. It's a divinely inspired idea or venture, and it's meant to be implemented. You are meant to be standing out. You're meant to be really flamboyant. It's important that you get noticed, because your light is meant to be seen. It's not meant to be hidden away. I do also feel with the octopus here that there may be like multiple different things that you kind of have to do at once. Like you might be juggling a lot of different things. You might be focusing your manifestation power on many different different ideas or different lines of thought, or you're putting action in many different directions. In that sense, what I'm seeing here is reconsider whether all of those actions are aligned with the specific goal that you're wanting to create. Because if they're not, then you're going to be spreading yourself too thin, and you're kind of canceling out some of that manifestation potential. So it's important to make sure that all of your actions, even in areas that seem unrelated to what it is that you're trying to manifest, are aligned, so that that intention will manifest more quickly, because it's the frequency. The frequency in all your actions is matched, and so the universe can't help but to bring that back to you or mirror that back to you. Now, there's a lot more to manifestation than that. I do 7D manifesting readings, and it's very, very individual. Each person has a specific blueprint that their soul manifests through, and different energetic spectrums that need to be factored in to see these manifestations come to fruition in an efficient way and quickly, and in an aligned manner, meaning that you're not manifesting things that you don't want. But I do want to get some clarifiers here from the tarot. What does group number 1 need to be focusing on right now to bring this manifestation in within the next few months? Okay. Oh my gosh, more. They keep just being like more. Okay. Okay. So you have the 7 of Swords. I'm feeling from the 7 of Swords here like self-deception, or even fear that people are going to try and sabotage you. And that could be part of the self-deception, is kind of like psyching yourself out. Yeah. Psyching yourself out. And I'm seeing a lot of yellow in your reading, which is the color of the solar plexus chakra. So this is your confidence, your self-esteem, your personal power, your trust in yourself to be able to take action and to be successful in everything that you do. So there may be some deception here underneath the surface from within you around whether you can actually do this or not, and whether you believe in yourself, and whether you trust yourself to follow through, or you trust yourself to feel confident enough to put this idea into action. So find those areas of resistance within you. Again, it might be coming from the inner child, which would do really well to be nurtured. So anytime that fear or resistance comes up, or that doubt, just take your inner child in your proverbial arms, within your mind or within your heart, and hold them close and say, it's okay. I know that this is your dream. It's my dream too. And our soul's willing us to do this. And so there must be a reason why, and we can do it. We can have it. We can experience that. We're going to be successful, and just let them know that, because I think sometimes if we try to push ahead and ignore the inner child or those doubts and fears, then they'll end up self-sabotaging in the long run. So it's better to address them, nip them in the bud, and then move forward. And it also raises your frequency when you're doing that, because you're focusing on the internal workings and mechanisms that are also having an effect on what's manifesting outside of you. Ooh, yes, I love this. Success and the Chariot is like a double success. Really, the cards are speaking very loudly and clearly here. The Chariot is the card of success. It's like winning, driving in, moving fast. Again, we see very quick movement. So within the next few months, I'm hearing 3 to 5 months. It's going to depend from person to person. But this success is coming in, and it's coming in quickly. Okay. You have the King of Cups. I just, as soon as I flipped this card over, I saw somebody noticing you. So if you're trying to manifest love, this could be a very loving, nurturing, caring person who really appreciates you and finds you beautiful and wants to shower you with love. They may be driving to you, or you may be driving or traveling to them. It's like I just see this person noticing you and then loving you. If you're manifesting love, then yes, this is again coming in within the next 3 to 5 months or so, give or take, but always take timing with a grain of salt. But if you've been getting confirmation that this is going to be happening within the next few months, and then you found this reading, I would say take that to the bank. And then you have the Death card. Okay. That's interesting. I feel like from the Death card here, there's a change. There's a major change happening, and it is going to require you to let go of some of the fears, let go of some of the self-doubts and the self-sabotaging behaviors. It's going to really force you a little bit to address anywhere that there's resistance, anywhere that vibration is not aligned with the frequency of that which you're trying to manifest and experience for yourself. So the Death card here is actually, I think, a welcome sign, because it helps you to identify those things that are holding you back and then transcend that. And you have the Six of Cups. Oh my God. Yeah, this is like, again, very innocent, loving, compassionate, nurturing energy that I'm getting from the King of Cups. This could be, again, a person, or this could be like a situation, but because all of these cards aren't really talking about money, they're not really talking about career. Initially, I was getting that, but now that I see the rest of the cards here, I think that this may be someone that you want to date, or like a type of person that you want to date or marry, or just be in a relationship with, or maybe it's a friend even, because the Six of Cups can be either the platonic love card, or it can be like past childhood memories. Again, we have that inner child theme coming up, but I can also sometimes see this as like past life connections, so it can indicate soulmates for me personally. And then you have Justice. So there's something here that's balancing out. It's like if there was lack in some area of your life, the universe is trying to bring you the inspiration to balance that out and bring in that manifestation in a very, very aligned way. That's why they've given you this inspired idea. So you can trust that. And I keep hearing in my head, you can take that to the bank. So maybe this does have something to do with money. Could be money, could be love, could be fame and success, or it could be like literally all of the above. So that being said, I'm going to actually do something fun and new. I've got a couple of different like symbols and stickers and things in here that I'm going to pull from and see what comes out for you. Okay. Ooh, you have the diamond. And I love that I put like these little diamond things all over the reading. So I feel like this is wealth. I do feel like, ooh, this could also be a diamond ring. Like maybe you're looking for a partner, a spouse, you're looking to get married or find your future wife or husband. So this could indicate that. I'm going to put that right there. And then you have fun. Oh, I love that. I love that. You have all these words, the fun and oh my God. So fun feels like you're just going to have a really good time. And maybe this does mean that you're meant to be going out and meeting people or connecting, having fun. Maybe it's about going on dates or something like that if you're single and looking for a relationship. And if you're already in a relationship, then this is having fun with your partner and feeling really successful and having a great time. And maybe going on a road trip or something, because the Chariot can be about travel. And then you have, oh my God. So I feel like this is really going to blow you away. I feel like it's going to be a little bit overwhelming, but in a good way, because the Death card and oh my God can be like a pretty big change that comes all of a sudden. I mean, they are giving us an indication of the timing, but I feel like when it does happen, there's some part of you that's just not expecting it, possibly because you were doubting it, possibly because you were having a hard time trusting that something good was going to come your way, or you were reconsidering whether this was really meant for you or something like that. But I do see that you're going to be like, oh my God. And this might even be like, oh my God, thank you, God, because I'm seeing spiritual understanding here being also about like this gratitude that you have when this manifestation comes in. It does feel like you've been trying to manifest this for a long time. So this may have been something that you've been focusing on or had in the back of your mind for years. It's not like one of those little manifestations that you just kind of decide that you want out of the blue. It's like this is something that's been in the back of your mind, maybe even since childhood. maybe that's why the inner child is having a little bit of resistance to this, because they've wanted it for so long and it didn't come to fruition, that they're doubting whether it's possible. So again, Spirit's telling you that this is a divinely inspired idea. It was given to you by Spirit, therefore it's meant to be made manifest. And you have the power to do that. You just kind of need to trust and accept that it'll come when you're in the right frequency for it. So it's like, get ready for it. The peacock energy and the octopus are like, get ready for it. Change yourself into what you need to look like or be like or act like to be able to do or have or experience that, because that is what's going to shift your frequency. It's the actions and the changing of yourself that is going to put you in the circumstances that will align you with that opportunity or with that circumstance or with that relationship. I can also see this as somebody going, oh my God, look at them, like, look at her, look at him. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They're radiant. It's like this light is just gushing from you. And I feel like that peacocking isn't even really something that you intentionally do. It's not like you deck yourself out in all these fancy things to catch attention. You might just be that way, like that's just how you look, you know what I mean? Or that's just your style, that's just what you enjoy. And it is very eye-catching, or maybe you're becoming more eye-catching because you're stepping more into your authentic expression. But yeah, I do see people kind of looking at you and going, ooh, wow, like who is that? Oh my God. And they see you as very fun too. And the universe is trying to bring you more opportunities for that fun, for that abundance, for some kind of a commitment even. There's so much going on in your reading. But I do want to do something else really fun. So I have here something called the Fireside Story Dice. And if you saw my last video, which is the Soul Journey, you'll have seen how these work. But for those of you who you haven't seen that before, the Fireside Story Dice is, I think, essentially you're supposed to kind of string the images on the dice together to make a story, and that's the game. But I use it for divination. So let's take a look. Ooh, okay, those ones wanted to be out. Oops. For group number 1, what do they need to know about this manifestation? Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to put that up here. So the first one that came out that really caught my eye, because it like kind of bumped into me a little bit, was this thumbs down. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I feel like this is something that's connected to other things. Okay, you have I don't know, this is reminding me of like bang, like when something really sudden happens. I feel like something that you don't expect is going to happen, and it's going to kind of scare you or startle you. And because it's not something that you were expecting, it's like you're focusing on something else, and then all of a sudden this thing comes in and you're like, whoa, what just happened? You might even be a little angry or frustrated. Actually, I feel like this isn't because of that situation. I feel like this anger and frustration is kind of like you're impatient about things not showing up. And even though you've been given sort of a timeline for it, it's like, but why am I not seeing any progress? Why am I not seeing or feeling any different? So I do feel like this is a little bit different, but I feel like this situation here with the thumbs down, the bang, and the scared face, I feel like this is something that it's like a challenge that you have to get through to achieve what it is that you want. So it feels like dissonance. Like when I'm working with clients doing 7D manifesting blueprint coaching, I can tell when somebody is going into dissonance state, which is essentially when they're shifting from their old vibration, but they're not fully in the new vibration yet. So they're like in this transitory middle zone. And because they're not fully anchored to the old and they're not fully anchored to the new, it's like all of these upheavals can start to happen, and it can feel very chaotic, and there can be things that just all of a sudden leave their life, or there's drama that starts to happen. And that's actually a good sign. I mean, we always test to see whether this is an aligned expression or whether this is a consequence of like negative things or misaligned actions. And so we will always check and double check that. But often it is dissonance. And so this is kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like your manifestation is about to break through. It's about to come to fruition. But before that happens, it's like you're still in that dissonance phase. So there's some things that are not aligned with that new vibrational frequency you're moving into, and they're starting to drop away. And there's like sudden things that are happening that are causing you to be a little surprised and maybe even a little upset, because there may be some disagreements or some chaos or some blow-ups. It's like there may be somebody who doesn't agree with what you're doing, and then you get into a fight, and then you're upset because now they've just walked out or something like that. But really it's all aligning you with what it is that you're wanting and manifesting. So it's all about frequency. And if that thing is not aligned anymore, then it's just going to naturally fall out of your life, even if that's uncomfortable. Okay. Yeah, so the turtle was actually one of the first ones that I saw on the table, but then I got told to focus on other things first. So the turtle here really feels like slow movement, but it's like slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So this is bringing the success to you. It's important that you take things nice and slow, because that is how you're going to succeed. That is how you're going to get to the end of the road. For whatever reason, I picked this up and I heard in my head, why did the chicken cross the road? So why did you cross the road? The road being what is separating you from your manifestation. Why are you crossing the road? What is important to you about getting to that other side, and what's on the other side that you're desiring? So it's really interesting, because I feel like this chicken and the turtle, like the turtle's moving slowly down the road, and then the chicken's kind of like, okay, I guess I'm going to cross to the other side too. So it does feel like this change is happening. It's happening more slowly than you would like, but it's happening nonetheless. And actually, the slower the better, because if you go too fast, then more of these upheavals and dissonance can happen, and that's uncomfortable for our egos to go through. Okay, you have the s'more. And for you, this is making me think of like something delicious that you really enjoy. It's like bringing you pleasure. There's something that you are desiring that's going to bring you a lot of emotional comfort. And that, I think, is something to do with this King of Cups. So it could be a person, or it could just be an energy of you being in that state of enjoyment and pleasure and satisfaction. And that is a high frequency. So that is what you want to focus on and stay in if you can. This can also be about like childhood comfort. So for example, if you had a particular food, in this case, let's say s'mores when you were younger, and you have positive memories associated with them, then this can be about nostalgia and connecting to what brings you that sense of joy and what inspires you and kind of calls you forward into this desired direction of the manifestation. Okay, I see this here as like sweat. So there's two things that are coming to my mind. It's like the hot face emoji. And that's making me think of like you're putting in a lot of work. You're sweating, you're like, it's blood, sweat, and tears you're putting into this. And that's why maybe you're getting frustrated that it hasn't shown up yet. But I also see that the sweat here can indicate like something's hot. And even the pleasure of the s'mores can also be hot. So if you're trying to manifest romance, then I'd say like this is looking good for you. It's looking good. Like you're going to enjoy this. And even though you're frustrated now, all the work is going to be worth it, because you're going to really enjoy the outcome. And then you have the footsteps. So I'm seeing this as like one step at a time. Again, it's like you're crossing the road. You're energetically shifting into the vibration that is going to help you to align with your manifestation and the creation of it. Okay. Now, the pictures or the camera is making me think of that peacock energy. So maybe it's like you need to take some glamour shots or something like that, or maybe you just need to take some selfies and send them to the person that you're interested in, or post them online. If you're looking for romance, maybe get on a dating app. This can also be about your self-image. So just changing your self-image can sometimes improve your confidence. So if you're feeling down on yourself and like an imposter in regard to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, then perhaps what you're being called to do is a little bit of self-transformation. So focus on what you can change about yourself in a positive way for a positive reason, not out of lack or self, effacement or anything like that. Just really pour love into yourself. That's what the King of Cups and the Six of Cups can be about too. It's like pouring love into yourself, nurturing yourself. We did have that nurture card too, so that can be like going and getting your hair done or getting a facial, getting your nails done, picking out a new outfit, something like that just makes you feel confident. It makes you feel well cared for, and you're doing that for yourself, so it builds your self-esteem. And then you have the log. And for whatever reason, this is making me think of a Yule log, and specifically the like cake version of it. So I'm getting almost like this enjoyment or this pleasure of something that is sweet. It's like the sweetness. And the Yule log is used, like traditionally, the actual wooden log is used, I think it's right around Christmas and before New Year's to indicate the changing of the seasons or something like that. I can't remember exactly when it is, but it could be around that period of time. So maybe look up when Yule logs are used traditionally. I can't remember if it's in December or if it's in January or if it's even in a different month, but this is a timeless reading, but it could be specifically in December or January for some of you, if that's relevant. Ooh, and then you have the palm trees. I feel like luxury. As soon as I picked this up, I just felt luxury when I touched it. So it feels like a vacation. We did have the Chariot card, so this could be travel. It feels like you're treating yourself and you're really taking care of your needs, and you're having a really good time with it. You're having fun. You're taking the steps you need to be taking. You're putting in the effort. You're bringing yourself a lot of joy, and you're focusing on what really gives you that sense of value. That value is what is going to raise your frequency, because the more that you value yourself, the more that the universe can bring to you, because you're a vibrational match to it. So let go of any of the frustration in the work that you've put in. You know what? This frustration energy can also be about like you're working really hard, because they just showed me it's like a horse pulling a cart and they're like huffing and snuffing. But it's not because they're frustrated. It's because they're putting in so much effort. So this could also be that the effort that you're putting in. Ooh, yes. You're really nurturing this manifestation. You're really going to see this come really, really successfully, really strongly, because you've put in a lot of work. And so you do deserve the outcome. You deserve the enjoyment, the pleasure, the nostalgia, the vacation, the love, the success, the notoriety. The picture can also be about notoriety, like people looking at you online, or maybe you're gaining some popularity or some followers or something like that. Maybe you're starting a blog or something and it's getting a lot of attention. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's movement. There's so much movement that I'm getting from the Chariot, and with these cards as well. It's like you're moving in a direction. You could be traveling, because we do have the palm tree. You could be traveling. You could be going somewhere on a tropical vacation. Maybe that's what you're manifesting. And again, it's going to be successful. It might be around January or December, whenever you happen to be watching this, or within a few months. And maybe this is the love and nurturing that you need to be giving yourself right now, is just to take some time to nurture your needs, to trust the natural flow, to act on this idea, because there's some underlying reason to it. It's like the universe is trying to bring you that karmic balance. And so you acting on that idea is going to create a lot of really good things. It's like I'm seeing a ripple effect. So even if it's a smaller manifestation, like you just want to go on a trip or something, I would say that's smaller in the sense that it's kind of like temporary, whereas manifesting a career change or a romantic partner can change like a lot of the rest of your life. It can affect you for years, whereas a trip is a relatively short thing. But what they're showing me is that actually no, because the trip, even if it's like a week or two or something like that, is going to have this really super positive ripple effect on the rest of your life, because it raises your sense of value, makes you feel more confident about yourself, increases your frequency, and then you start manifesting all these other things. So, group number 1, whatever it is that you are manifesting, it's coming in very powerfully because you're putting in the work, because you're trusting this process, and you're moving through any of the resistance, you're moving through any of the naysayers, like reconsider, and the thumbs down can be about people saying, oh, you shouldn't do that, you should reconsider, but you're trusting yourself. And then once you've achieved this goal and this success and this manifestation has showed up, people are going to go, oh my God, how did you do that? And they're going to be the ones asking you. So the people who told you not to do it are going to be like, how did you do it? Teach me how you did it. And you did it through spiritual understanding. You understood the law of attraction. You understood your frequency and your actions and your alignment. You set the intention. You focused on your goal. You acted and behaved in a way that was a match energetically to that goal or to that outcome. And that, my dear group number 1, is why this manifestation is showing up so quickly. Because really, in reality, a couple of months is really, really fast in terms of energy turnaround. So good for you. Even if this is something you've been manifesting or wanting to manifest for a long, long time, I see that you putting in the work more recently is what's creating this shift and happening, allowing it to happen a lot more quickly. So that is what I have for you. Looks good. Looks really good, group number 1. So I'm sending you lots of love and luck and blessings for this manifestation and for your continued effort and alignment towards it. And if you need any additional support or one-on-one manifestation coaching, I do offer 7D manifestation blueprint readings and coaching that can help you to master your soul's specific blueprint to manifest into reality. All right, guys, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more pick a card style readings, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 2. If you chose the manifestation book, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and look at what the cards are saying in regard to this manifestation that you're desiring to show up and when it might be happening. So for group number 2, what are they manifesting and when can they expect it to come about? Okay, you have opportunity, trust. Group number 1 got this one too. And you have remain positive. That also came out for group number 1. So Spirit's kind of saying the same thing for you guys. And if you came from group number 1, this is like another additional confirmation or message for you that it's important that you trust. It's important that you remain positive. But I love that you guys have opportunity. So it is an opportunity that you're manifesting. Okay, let's take a look at your angel cards. For group number 2, what is this opportunity that's coming in for them? And when can they expect that? Okay. You have gifts from God, Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you the gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. Lots of things coming in. They're trying to bring you so much good stuff, group number 2. I feel like these gifts are what's going to either be the opportunity or what the opportunity is going to bring in. Or rather, what's going to bring in the opportunity itself. Like it could be you using your gifts. Let's see what else you have. Angel therapy, Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. I feel like this is speaking very much to trust. You also have patience, which is also about trust. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Group number 1 got patient or nurturing as well. And you have remember who you are. Archangel Michael says you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So what really stood out to me there is the creativity. I feel like this opportunity is going to come in as a result of your own gifts. It's like your creative gift or your talent or something like that that you are very naturally blessed with by God, is something that is going to bring in this opportunity, and it's bringing this manifestation to life, but it is requiring you to be patient. It is requiring you to trust and to continue to nurture this desire or this intention or this action or series of actions that you're putting towards the expression of this gift that is going to bring in the opportunity. Okay, let's take a look at your animal cards. So for group number 2, what do they need to know about this manifestation? Okay. Rattlesnake, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Wow. Okay. So these gifts from God may be healing gifts. Like you might be an energy healer or like a physical healer of some kind. Shamanic energy is what I'm getting from the rattlesnake. It may be a sound healer as well. Meerkat, get support from a trusted group of like-minded people. Like-minded friends, actually. So this may be about having these opportunities come through networking. You might need to kind of poke your head up and get to know people, talk to people, because it is really about who you know sometimes when it comes to hearing through the grapevine or having an opportunity present itself to you. And spirit will work through those means. They will use whatever kind of mode of operation that they can to bring you the manifestation of your desires. So long as it's in alignment and you've been staying within that frequency, then yeah, they'll use connections. Ooh, I'm getting that from the spider here as well. So it says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. You may be a writer, you may be a healer who's called to do writing. This could be a manifestation of an opportunity to create something or to showcase something that you have created already. The spider is also making me think of connections. It's like weaving the web and having it all be connected. So this is, again, bringing me back to the network. It's like, what is your network? Who are you connected to? Who do you know? Who can you ask or talk to or express your gift to or share what it is that you're creating? Because I really feel like you're a creator. Group number 2, especially, oh my God, I just remembered, or they showed me in my mind the image of the symbol that you chose or the image you chose, and it's the book. So because it says writing here, you could be manifesting writing a book. But the thing is that when it comes to manifestation, we can't manifest something that we just need to do. Like if you've already written the book, then you would be focusing on manifesting the opportunity to have it published. But if you're trying to manifest writing a book, but you're just coming up short in terms of the creative idea or the time to sit down or the motivation or something like that, that's actually not manifestation work. It's more like discipline or receptivity. Being able to open up to that energy of the universe and then utilize that through your own personal free will, that's what then allows the universe to come in and meet you the other half of the way with this opportunity that's going to provide for you the circumstances, the network, the connections, to be able to express your gift, to be able to share this very divinely inspired creative endeavor that you're working on. Okay, let's get some clarifiers from the tarot, because I want to know what this is. So what is this manifestation? I'm going to get 3 cards for what it is. There it is. And then I want to get 3 cards for when it's showing up. So when is this manifestation coming in for Group number 2. When is this manifestation coming in for group number 2? Okay. So what this is, we have the 10 of Wands. Okay. The Devil card. All right. And the 4 of Wands. Okay. I feel like this is definitely about your network. There's going to be opportunities and manifestations that come through other people that you know, especially those who really support you and who see your gift as something that needs to be shared with the world. So they want to hype you up. They want to promote you. They want to give you this opportunity. So let them do that. You just need to connect. You need to put yourself out there if that's the case. But I'm also seeing with the 10 of Wands and the Devil card here that some of this is kind of like, it does feel like an obligation or a burden to you on some degree. So I'm kind of curious about what that is. Oh, it's to do with healing. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't even remember that this card actually says you're fulfilling your purpose as a healer, but what they were showing me in my mind was the rattlesnake venom being sucked out. So I also just heard medicine man in my head, medicine man, medicine woman. The spider can also be about divine creation and healing. I do see you manifesting opportunities to help people lighten their load, break karmic cycles, heal themselves. So you might be like, I just keep getting like medicine man, shamanic healer or something like that. Male or female, it's just the archetype that I'm picking up on. And you're going to help people to see things clearly. You're going to help them to remove burdens from themselves, to heal body, mind, and soul is what I heard as well. Yeah, to free themselves from karma. Holy cow. That's especially important for you to connect to people then. It's especially important for you to have a network so that people can actually find you and connect to you and see your services, or to get that healing from you. Maybe that's why writing a book is important, because maybe you already have the clients, maybe you've already done this work, maybe you've already been practicing this, and now it's like that knowledge needs to be reduced down and put into a book that can be more widely distributed to a larger audience. Interesting. Okay. And then in regard to the timing, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is the best manifestation card to get because it's really about the legacy. It's about long-term wealth. But in regard to timing, it's a little tricky because Pentacles usually represent years. And the 10 of Pentacles this is a long time. So this might be 10 years, but let's see the rest of cards. You have the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords here is also speaking to me of like there's decisions and actions that need to be made. You're not there yet. You're still in the interim. So this is why they're saying patience is so important, because this is a long-term goal. Like this is a really, really big manifestation. It's not like you're manifesting a vacation or a car or a romantic partner even. It's like you're manifesting a legacy. Wow. So yeah, this is going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take a lot of care and also removing your burdens, because we did have the 10 of Pentacles and they're reminding me of what it says here on this card, which says, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So maybe working with the angels to help to relieve some of this stress or obligation that might quite literally be on your shoulders. If this isn't people that you're helping, this could be something that you need to be releasing so that you can free yourself from any negative karmic cycles and raise your vibration up to be able to create the success that you're going after here. Ooh, and the Death card, group number 1 got this too. So if you came from group number 1, or if you also felt called to group number 1, I would say check that one out, because there's a lot of carryover here. They're very different readings, very different messages, but there's a lot of commonalities. So the Death card here is, again, this is like a long process of death and rebirth, because when I think about death, I think about a long life, especially with the 10 of Pentacles here. So it's like a long life, well lived, and then a peaceful death. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is really, in terms of timing, it's like this is going to be a lifelong manifestation, group number 2. I can't sugarcoat it. I'm sorry. I have to tell the truth. That's part of my divine expression, is authenticity. So I see that you are meant to be working on this for your lifetime, but I do think that there's going to be multiple levels of opportunities and kind of checkpoints along the way, because the Four of Wands does make me think about like a checkpoint. Like the 2 wands on either side makes me think of when I used to play Super Mario, and you run through the level, and when you get to about halfway, you jump through the checkpoint, it goes whee, so then you don't have to repeat from the first half. You can start from the second half if you die. I don't think you're gonna die, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I just mean like you don't have to repeat things. You don't have to go back and double down on certain things that you've already worked on manifesting or that you've already created. It's like all the skills and the gifts and the knowledge that you have, they are all saved in like the universe's computer. And so all you have to do is really focus on what you need to be doing every single day to break these karmic cycles for yourself and for others, to connect in a way that's going to allow that divine inspiration and wisdom to come in so you can create something with it, maybe writing, maybe some other form of creative expression. That's what's going to build this legacy. And you don't build a legacy overnight. You just don't. It takes years to build a legacy. So have patience with this, because it is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. So this, for you, it's bigger than a manifestation. This is like a life purpose. Ooh. If you haven't seen my soul journey reading, I think that was the last one I did. You can check that one out as well. For whatever reason, they're kind of prompting me to tell you about that. And I'm also going to be doing a soul purpose reading, which is more directly related to the current lifetime. So keep your eyes peeled for that too, group number 2. Okay, so now let's get some fun things here. Actually, they want me to do it differently. For group 1, I just reached in and grabbed, but they want me to actually kind of like do this. Oh, that's too many, but I think that's actually all of them. That's most of them. So anyway, you have a yes, you have super cool. So it's like, I'm hearing cool as a cucumber. It's like relax, be patient. This is all working exactly as it needs to. So you can relax and just be like super cool about this. I see the peace sign representing being in that healing energy. So that's what I'm feeling from it. It's giving me like very laid back, healing type of hippie energy a little bit, where it's about creating peace rather than the drama or the chaos of some of these other things. Oops. You have fun. So have fun with this process. The more that you can have fun with it, the easier that this is going to be, and you're going to take some of those burdens off. You know what? The 10 of Wands can also sometimes bring to mind somebody who's kind of, I heard lost in the sauce in my head. So I don't mean that like as in drinking alcohol. Sometimes that's used to refer to that. But what I mean by this is it's almost like you become so weighed down with what it is that you're trying to do that you kind of lose the magic of it. So it's kind of like the singer or the pop artist who starts out doing it for the art and for the music and for the joy of it and even for the fans, and then kind of becomes commercialized along the way and kind of loses themselves a little bit, and then they have to reconnect to why they started in the first place. So that may be part of your journey as well. It could be something you've been through already because you're breaking these chains of the devil, which is like disempowerment or restriction, obligation. But I do feel like whether you've gone through this already or you will go through it, really the key to success here is fun. Have fun with it. Bring the passion and the joy back to it. You know, don't take it so seriously. Just be very sort of peace-loving and positive. And then you have a yes. You have a yes, and then what I saw right next to it is the chill. If I can pick that up. Okay, can you see that? It's like chill gum. So I feel like this is saying just chill, just relax, be patient. Yes, this is coming. Yes, this is going to be successful. You just really need to kind of relax about it. and let this unfold in the timing that it's meant to. And oh yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good, and you're really going to enjoy this. So get excited. Group number 2. It's funny because you have go away and it came up upside down. So I'm feeling like this is like the fear and the doubt and the restrictions and things like that going away. And if you're not seeing something clearly, it's like you're removing the doubt. So if there's things around you that are causing you to have fear, it's like you're saying, just go away. I'm not going to pay attention to that. I'm not going to let that influence my choices or what I'm doing. You have got attitude in reverse as well. So there may be some naysayers. There may be some people who don't agree with what you're doing or who have attitude. And these two were both in reverse. So I feel like you're saying, go away. I don't have time for that. I'm not going to let that weigh me down. I'm not going to let that influence what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. I'm not going to stay restricted. I'm not going to let you trap me or put me in a box or label me or, create obligations around what I'm doing or restrictions. It's like, you're saying no to that. And the oh my God is in this case, it's making me feel like you're a little exasperated, maybe. Just a little frustrated with things that are taking a while, but it's like this diamond is going to take a long time to form. Group number 2, it is. I can't sugarcoat that. Like I said, it's important that you understand that this diamond is going to take a long time to develop because it's a diamond and it's extremely valuable. So it's not something that just forms overnight. This is something that's going to take a while. But your angels are letting you know that you can trust them and you can rely on them and you can really go to them for support. They're going to help you out. Maybe this is part of your network because I'm putting it right next to the meerkat. So they're saying, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling burdened, or you're feeling like you're stuck and you're not making progress, call on us and we'll help you. We're your network. We can help to bring opportunities in to free up energy or time or money or resources to be able to do this big work of building this legacy, of forming this diamond, of becoming the person who you're meant to be, because this is really about you being in your power. So this is what is meant to be, and that's why it's a long process. And it's meant to challenge you in certain ways, but it's really meant to be enjoyable for you. It's really meant for you to experience it with passion, with a sense of fulfillment, and with a very almost detached, like the more detached you can be from the attachment to the outcome and the more experience of joy you can have through the process of what you're doing, the better the result is going to be. And that's something that applies for when I'm doing 7D manifesting blueprint readings. There's one of the spectrums of energy that we measure for is process versus outcome. And some souls are process and some souls are outcome. So if a process person focuses on the outcome or the result of what they're trying to manifest and just tries to put in the hard labor, they're actually going to kind of shoot themselves in the foot because they're either not going to get that manifestation showing up anytime soon, or it's not going to resonate with them when it does. They're not going to like it. So for process people, which is what I'm picking up on here, it's really important that you focus on the enjoyment in the process. And that's what they're saying here, like bring the fun back to it. This is a gift. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be fun and peaceful and playful is what I'm feeling as well. It's meant to be playful. It's meant to be healing. It's meant to be light and freeing. So really allow yourself to tap into that energy in every action that you're doing towards this. And eventually it's going to become a legacy because that's the energy that you've been in and is the energy of enjoyment, success, fulfillment. And that's what the result will be. Okay, now I have something fun. These are Fireside Story Dice, and I picked these up the other day, and if you watched my recent Soul Journey reading, you'll see or have seen how these work, but For those who haven't seen that, this is basically, it's supposed to be like you string them together and make a story, and it's supposed to be like a game that you do when you're camping or with friends. But I found this and I just knew that I had to use this for readings because it's going to give us so much more insight into what's going on. So for group number 2, what is it that they're manifesting and what do they need to do to continue that process and to help that along? Okay, the first one that really catches my eye is the s'more. And in this case, what I'm feeling for you, group number 2, is that, again, you need to enjoy it. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing, you are enjoying doing it. Because if you're not, then you're going to be shooting yourself in the foot. So get out of that stress and that overwhelm and that burden energy or that feeling of obligation and bring back the fun. Bring back the joy, bring back the pleasure, because that's what's going to bring you so much luck. Because the next the next block I'm seeing is the 4-leaf clover. So this is luck. It's very much divinely guided. There's universal energy and divine order at work here, but you do have to trust that this is going to work out for you. You do have to trust that this is not going to fail. You are not going to fail. This is going to be very lucky and blessed. Now I am seeing the mouse here, and the mouse is feeling a little bit timid to me. It's feeling cautious is probably a better word, but I also see the mouse here as you kind of being able to sneak through in small places that other people wouldn't be able to go through. So it's like you have access points that other people may not have. It's like there's a little hole in the wall that you can get through that other people would see as a completely impassable barrier. So I feel like Spirit is saying that if you step into joy and you have fun with this process, that luck is going to create the opportunity for you to get through a solid brick wall that you're just able to move right through. Wow. Okay, I'm seeing the bicycle. And this feels like putting in effort. It feels like you're putting in work to make this happen. You're going the distance, I just heard as well. And especially since we have the 10 of Pentacles here, and I'm actually hearing the song Go the Distance in my head by Cake. He's going the distance. He's going in time. Something, something, something. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've listened to that song, but I love Cake. Both the food and the band. Okay, so I'm also seeing the running. So again, same kind of message here. It's like you're moving towards your goal. You're taking action. You're going actually fairly quickly. I think you're going faster than you think you are, but it's kind of like if you're comparing other people's manifestations in the short term to yours, which is a long-term one, and you're kind of seeing or contrasting between those, that's not going to serve you because running and biking are very different. And so you can't really compare how far a biker's gone to how far a runner's gone in an hour, because those are going to be completely different. But the thing is that for you, it's like you're like a marathon runner here. Group number 2, you're running a marathon, quite literally, like a lifelong manifestation marathon. But it's going to be so satisfying when you cross that finish line, not only because of the outcome, but because you got so much stronger and you had so many pivotal experiences in the process, and you were able to create so many things that are benefiting humanity, is what I just heard. Benefiting humanity. And we have the pencil, and we did have the writer energy come up with like storytelling and stuff. So maybe you are meant to be penning a book, becoming an author, writing a story, could be writing about your healing journey, could be writing about something, anything, really, anything. Yeah. Focusing on getting pen to paper is what I just heard in my head, or pencil to paper, putting it down on paper. If you're wanting to manifest a book, you do have to just sit down and do it. Okay. You've got the stop hand. This is making me feel like There's something you're not seeing here, or there's something that's blocking you. Yeah, there is. There's something that's blocking you, and I feel like it's something to do with these things, but I think it's blocking you for a reason. Either because it's not the right time and divine order is at play, or because it's meant to challenge you so that you have that wisdom and experience to put it down on paper. Because these are both red, so now they're drawing my attention to that connection and association between those two. So this could be something that you will end up using in the book that you're writing, or using towards whatever this creative project is going to be or is already. So use the blocks, like use everything to your advantage point and have fun with it, because whatever the universe is throwing at you is for a reason, and it's going to help you in the long run. Oh, you have the ghost. Okay, this is making me feel like it's silliness. It feels like silliness. Like, so things that used to scare you or spook you are now going to be something that you just kind of laugh at. It's like you can see it for what it is, and it's just so silly. So you're really stepping into your power here. And I think that's why these blocks are not going to hinder or hamper you at all, because you're, again, this little lucky mouse that can get to the sweetness and the joy by being small and going underneath. Or maybe because you have friends that kind of let you in. It's like I'm seeing like Cinderella and the mice, and it's like Cinderella helps them out and she moves them around, or she saves them, things like that. So I feel like your angels are really, really looking out for you, and they just open doors in brick walls for you all the time. So trust that, okay? It's going to be good. And if you're coming up against a brick wall, there's a reason for it, and it will be cleared once you understand the lesson, because it's going to be useful in what you're creating. And cool as a cucumber. Did I already say that? Because this is coming up again. Cool as a cucumber. I think that came up with chill. Yeah, I think it did. So again, I'm hearing that same thing, that it's important that you just chill out and trust this process and relax. Like relax and enjoy the ride is what I just heard. And then you have this is making me think of a vacation where you would go to relax. So this could be about taking some time off to write, or taking some time off to create or to heal. Because especially if you've been worried or stressed or feeling overwhelmed, 10 of Wands, it's a lot sometimes, So I think that to help you to chill out and relax, it is important that you take a break and untie yourself. Ooh, you know what's interesting? I was going to say untie yourself with this rope, but I also see this as, it's almost like, oh, I see. So they're showing me in my mind the chains that bind these individuals on the devil card. Hold on, let me get these out of the way so you can see. So these chains that bind these two on the devil card are like the rope. And what I'm seeing you doing is taking those chains off of your neck and using that to climb up. It's like you have this rope around your neck, but you actually use it to your advantage. Now you can climb the mountain. Little mouse climbing the mountain, because you have this rope that you didn't have before. So again, I feel like any of the obstacles that you face, group number 2, are actually going to help you solve the problem. Maybe that's what these opportunities are. Anything that seems to block you is actually meant to help you get to where you want to be going. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so in terms of timing, yep, it's going to be a while. So just enjoy the ride. Chill out, relax, enjoy, have fun. Make it a routine, make it a habit is what I just heard, and I'm seeing with these as well. It's like if you just do a little bit of it every day, it becomes almost like second nature. And it's almost like if we're going to go back to the analogy of writing a book. So if that's not what you're manifesting, then it's just a metaphor. But if it's literally what you're manifesting, then take it literally. But essentially it's like if you want to write a book, you just need to sit down and write a chapter or even just a couple of words every single day. And you start to get into the habit of doing that. And then once you're in the habit of doing that, you can really start chugging along and you can really start seeing some progress and you get that momentum going. And you can go faster. You can go faster because that momentum is now carrying you where before it was really the effort that it required to get that inertia in the first place. So your angels are going to help to kind of spur you on here. Your network of divine support is huge, is what I'm just hearing in my head. So you got a big yes, but they're just wanting you to relax and enjoy because it's all going to manifest exactly how it's meant to. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, group number 2. And I'm hearing another song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. So group number 2, everything's gonna be all right. Your angels are seriously looking out for you and backing you up, and they want you to just relax and have fun and chill out, okay? So I'm sending you so much love and support and blessings and luck to manifest this over your lifetime, to create this legacy, to really move through these obstacles with ease and grace and to see those opportunities come in. Wow, I'm so impressed by you, group number 2. And if you need any more one-on-one direct support or guidance, I've got all my services linked in the description box through my website. I do all sorts of different readings. I'm a psychic medium, channeler, healer, all of that. So sending you guys so much love and luck, and thank you so much for being here with me today and allowing me to do this manifestation reading for you. If you enjoyed it, thank you so much for liking the video, and why don't you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already? We do lots of fun readings like this, and there's tons more to come. So we will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your manifestation reading. So we're going to take a look at what is coming up for you in this manifestation, when it's happening, in regard to the symbol that you chose, the hand, offering you something. So I'm excited to see what's coming up for you. So for group number 3, what are they manifesting and what is the timing around this manifestation? Group number 3, what are they manifesting and what is the timing? Ooh. Oh, okay, there's more than I was expecting. So you have remain every single pile has gotten this one. Okay, so yeah, everybody's meant to remain positive because that when we're talking about manifesting, we really do have to focus on our frequency. Our vibration is really the most important thing, and remaining positive is helpful in that. You also have reconsider, but group number 1 had this one as well, and it came out in a different context. So I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I want to see what the context is for this. The situation will improve. Okay, that's good. You have romance. Okay, so maybe you're manifesting romance, group number 3. This feels like a very divine type of love. Wow. Just center these. And then you also have be assertive. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need some additional information here. So I'm going to actually move to the animal oracle, and then we'll get some angel cards, and then I've got some other fun stuff that we're going to do too. So I feel this one, and this one. Group number 1 had grouse as well. I feel like there's so much crossover between these readings. Sometimes that happens and sometimes they're all separate. But this manifestation one, I feel like there's so much energy between the 3 groups. Maybe you're even watching all 3 or something like that. So express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. What I'm getting though for you is it is a bit different than group number 1. So group number 3, what I'm seeing with grouse is that you're meant to stand your ground. It's like I'm seeing them stomping their feet, asserting their territory, protecting what it is that you're trying to create. If there's something that's threatening this manifestation or this desire, you're meant to protect it. You're meant to stand in your power. You're meant to stand your ground, not aggressively, just assertively. Yeah, that's why you have the Be Assertive card. That's what's going to improve the situation. But let's get some more info here. You have Wolverine. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. Yeah, something about this manifestation is really challenging you to set some boundaries and stand up for what you believe in. And maybe part of this is because, with remaining positive, you might feel as though you're not doing this right, or there's some negativity around it or some pessimism. Maybe you've been reconsidering whether this is for you, and the boundaries you need to set are with yourself. You also have, Spider, group number 2 had this one as well. So trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So this is also about you, in this case, I'm feeling like protecting your territory, being able to build a web that acts almost as like a barrier. So boundaries are super, super important for you, group number 3. This could be in relationships. So if you're desiring to have a healthier relationship or to have a relationship in general, if you don't have one currently, then this is really going to be about you learning to assert your boundaries and to express what you believe and to create territorial. They're trying to show me what it is. It's like defending your territory or standing up for your space or making sure that you're setting limits on how and what you're doing and with whom. So it's like the more that you can set the boundaries, the more self-autonomy and personal power you have, the higher your frequency gets, and then the more this manifestation will come in to help to resolve whatever challenging situation this is. It may be somebody is crossing your boundaries. Yeah, there could be somebody who's just like influencing you negatively, because remain positive here is also making me feel like there's somebody negative in your environment and they may be kind of getting in your head or just challenging you, and you may have kind of let it slip, and then finally you're just like, I can't take this anymore, I need to say something. And rather than blowing up and being passive aggressive or having a big straight up aggressive outburst, it's more like just be assertive, stand your ground, make sure that you're standing up for what is yours. And at an energetic level, that's what's going to bring this manifestation in and help this situation to improve and help to heal or to bring in this romance if that's what you're desiring. So it's like, yeah, the more that you set this energetic boundary, the more that the universe is going to say, well, now you're ready, and we're going to bring some blessings into you. So let's get some angel cards. For group number 2, what is it that they're manifesting and when can they expect this? I feel this one right here. This one. No, not that one. Sorry. Thank you. This one. Oh, these two. Okay, I see. Oops, I bumped. Okay. So, got lots more here to go on. You have Divine Order, Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So group number 3, this is really feeling like there's something that's out of alignment right now, and maybe what you're manifesting is to bring things back into order. If something is chaotic or something's out of balance, again, those boundaries are going to help to resolve that. Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So they're asking you to be very clear about what it is that you want and what you're doing to take that idea or that intention and make it something that's actually actionable. So that could be another aspect here with remain positive. It's kind of like, think about what you want and then start doing that and start acting like that and start behaving in that way, because that's what's going to help you to really, I'm hearing toughen up, but not toughen up in like a bad way. It's kind of like you're just getting stronger and more resilient to go after what it is that you want. And maybe this isn't even to do with somebody else. Maybe this is just you literally just standing up for what you want in regard to your desires and your manifestations. Like saying, I do deserve to have this, is being assertive. Rather than saying, well, I guess I just won't get it if the universe isn't going to bring it to me. It's like you're standing up and saying, no, I want my situation to improve. This is what I desire. I'm going to go after it. That's being very assertive, and you're building this web so that it can come in and you can actually catch it and hold it and enjoy it. You have nurture. Group 1 got this one too. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay, so with this card, I'm feeling like this divine mother energy, especially with the spider here and nurture. Spiders, yeah, it's giving me like Charlotte's Web energy almost. Like there's this magical, nurturing, motherly type of relationship or something going on here to do with nurturing. So maybe this is about you nurturing and mothering yourself and your inner child. That way you feel justified in standing up and asserting what your needs are. Because if you're nurturing yourself, it's like mother bear energy, like you're going to protect your inner child. And so you're going to stand up and say something if something's out of whack, or if somebody's being negative, or somebody's, stomping on your feet or bringing their muddy shoes into your house. Maybe not literally, but proverbially, you can say something about it. You can stop this from happening by being assertive, setting those boundaries. That's what's going to bring in the improvement and the manifestation of what you desire. Ooh, I like this. Spread your wings. Archangel Ariel says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. So we haven't really gotten much for your group on timing here, but they are saying that the timing is perfect. So now's the time. I don't know if that's exactly when the manifestation is going to come in per se, but it feels like it's happening soon. And then you have relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Okay, so group number 3, this really just kind of clinches it for me, especially since you had the romance card. This does feel like an energy of you needing to set boundaries in your relationships so that the manifestation of improvement of those situations and more peace can be created. Yeah. So standing up for your needs, standing up for your children, if you have children, being in that protective, assertive, boundary setting, very mature energy, by creating that order and by being very clear about what it is that you need. I am seeing them say, if you want to manifest healthier relationships, you need to be very clear about what you will and won't allow. That's what they're saying here with clear intentions, so that you can actually say it and communicate it and then enforce it, because that's what the grouse is talking about. It's expressing yourself through this sort of territorial dance. It's also about expressing your needs and then enforcing them, because that's what being assertive is all about. And toughening up a little bit means actually saying something rather than letting it slide, because that's what I'm feeling. It's like, somebody does something you don't like and you just kind of let it slide because you don't want to create conflict, but it's creating conflict within you. Or maybe there's actually external conflict and that's what's causing you to want to resolve this situation. So that's what Spirit is saying, that it's time for you to resolve this. For some of you, this might be by ending a relationship that's dysfunctional or toxic. For others of you, this might be like really bettering your own sense of connection to yourself and then showing up more authentically, intentionally, doing some conscious communication with your partner or potential partner, and really being assertive about your boundaries so that these balanced types of relationships are much more likely to happen. Okay, let's get some tarot cards. All right, so I want to get 3 cards for what you're manifesting and then 3 cards for the potential timing. So for what group number 3 is manifesting, And then for the potential timing, what is group 3's timing on this manifestation? What is group 3's timing on this manifestation? Oof. 3 of Swords. Okay, I feel this card, and I also feel this card. They want this one as like an extra. Okay, cool. So for what you're manifesting, you have 4 of Cups, feeling dissatisfied, feeling as though you don't have what you want, not having your needs met, to having your needs met, going after what you want, putting in the effort, saying something, standing up and fighting for what you know you deserve, or offering up some kind of a token. I just heard some kind of a token. So maybe providing somebody with something so that they'll understand what your needs are. And the Hermit. Okay, the Hermit here is making me feel like you need to spend some time thinking about what you want. You might not even be very clear about it yet. You might know that the situation isn't what you want, but you might not have gotten really clear yet on what you need to do about it, or what you actually want the outcome to be. Like, you might still be a little indecisive. So the Hermit is here to help you to discern what it is that's actually going to support you in this manifestation, or to have the outcome be what you actually want and desire. So have a think about it and focus on like that token energy keeps coming back up. What does that mean, Spirit? Can you give me clarification, please? A gesture. It's a gesture of some kind, a token of affection. Okay. And the Hermit is giving me past energy. So I feel like there's something that's trying to be offered to you. There's a token of affection that's trying to come in, but it's like you're focused on the past, or you're focused on what's not working, and so you're not seeing it. Okay. Somebody's trying to give you something or bring you something, but you're not interpreting it correctly. Okay. So let's look at the timing. You have the 3 of Swords. So first of all, swords are fairly quick moving energy. So when we're talking about timing, swords are like days, sometimes even hours. But the 3 of Swords here is like heartbreak. So I do feel as though there's something in the past, especially since we have the Hermit card there. There's something in the past that needs to be healed. Hey guys, sorry, we had a little bit of Mercury retrograde technical difficulties, and my camera ran out of storage, and I didn't realize it, so I actually finished your reading and then noticed that I had to go through and delete a whole bunch of things to be able to come back now and finish your reading. So the second half of your reading is probably going to be a little different than it was yesterday when I was filming to begin with, but Spirit always does that for a reason. So if there's something that was meant to come through that wasn't coming through, they will have me redo it, basically. So what I was talking about was timing in regard to the 3 of Swords. That's where we left off. And the next cards that you have are the 3 of Pentacles and the Moon card. So what I was seeing here, and I'm still seeing here, is 33 days. So in terms of timing, you always want to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, because timing is always malleable and it's not set in stone. But 3 being the day, and then 3 being the month in this case, for whatever reason. Usually I see Pentacles as years, but because we have the Moon card talking about the lunar cycle, which is about 28 days to a month, this is 33 days or so. And then you also had the King of Swords. So this is making me think of communication needing to happen. There's information that needs to come in, or there's a message that's trying to get to you that you're not seeing. There's an offer of affection, or there's an investment wanting to be made. There's something the universe is trying to bring you in regard to this manifestation that you're not necessarily seeing. And that's why I think the Three of Swords is there, kind of advising you to focus on your healing, to focus on collaborating with people, to focus on how you can create more relationship harmony, specifically when in regard to your communication styles and how you are showing up for yourself and communicating effectively what your boundaries are to other people. Okay, now what we're going to do is pull some like little tokens, and we're going to see. It's funny that I used the word tokens because that was what was coming up here, wasn't it? Tokens of affection. So anyway, let's pull some tokens and see what you guys get. No way. I'm pretty sure these are the exact ones that came out before. Okay, so you have oh yeah. You have the peace fingers. I'm going to put that over here. And then you have go away with the sunglasses. So there's something that you're wanting to go away. There's something that is annoying you, or there's something that you've got a block against. But what I'm seeing here is that you're going to have a realization. It's like you're not seeing something clearly for whatever reason. And this clarity is trying to come in, it's trying to help you, but you're not seeing something clearly. There's an illusion here. You've got like these go away glasses on. Maybe if you're trying to meet someone and you're single, then you've got these sort of like, okay, I just heard in my head resting bitch face. Like if you've got a really like stony glare and you just feel unapproachable, or you have this like stay away from me energy, that can be what you're radiating. If you're just kind of a little standoffish, people don't feel like they can approach you, or even if they are, it's like you're not receiving it. So if you're trying to manifest a relationship, I would say take off the go away glasses and like offer up peace instead. Again, it's like you can be assertive, but you can still be welcoming. You can still be loving. You can still be heartfelt and unconditional while still having conditional boundaries. I know it sounds completely paradoxical, and it is, but it's not counterintuitive. It's actually helping to support the other side. So as you have limits that you set for yourself, you're able to have these more unconditional, loving, and respectful relationships with other people. So if you're desiring to manifest a relationship, then this is going to be an opportunity for you to see something more clearly. And I do see this realization coming through you nurturing yourself. So as you're connecting to your own heart, as you're connecting to your relationship with you, maybe even your friends as well, it might help you to manifest this relationship if that's what you're looking to do. And if you're already in a relationship and you're trying to manifest the diffusion of a tense situation or of a conflict or of a fight or of some kind of a battle, then what I'm seeing here is you just being very, very firm with your boundaries and setting those limits and communicating those things. You're being peaceful, but you're not being passive. You're being active. Okay, so now what we're going to do is something really fun. These are the Storyside dice that I picked up from, the Fireside Story dice that I picked up from the drugstore, and they just screamed at me to be in the readings. So I got these, and we're going to use them for divination instead of doing like a story, like a game. All right, so for group number 3, what do they need to know in regard to this manifestation? What actions do they need to be taking? And what will that bring? Okay. Interesting. So the first one that I see rolled right up in front of me, and this is like the Disco Man. And this makes me feel like going out and partying. This makes me feel like going to the disco, like going to a dance club or going to do something that's very active and social. So if you are looking to meet someone, they're saying to go out, you kind of have to put yourself out there if that's what you're wanting. And then I see the popcorn here being about entertainment. Yeah. So it's like if you want to go to a drive-in movie, I just heard in my head, if you want to go to a drive-in movie, go to a drive-in movie, go on a date. Maybe you just need some quality time together if this is someone you're already with. Maybe that will help to diffuse the situation, having fun together. enjoying each other's company again. Or if this is somebody that's new coming in, then going and having fun with them can help you to bond. It can help you to open up and take off those go away glasses so that you're not kind of giving off that unapproachable energy. And I love that you have the laughter here. So this is going to bring you a lot of joy. It's going to bring you so much fun, group 3. So embrace that. I see the talking image here as well. So communicate, and communication is really super prominent in your reading. The Knight of Swords is about communication. Being assertive is about communication. Like so many of your cards are talking about that. And so this is communicating from the heart, because I want to put it here on the Three of Swords. So communicate from the heart, speak your truth, be open, be willing to be vulnerable. Okay, that could be another message here with the go away glasses. It's like you may have a closed heart because of these wounds that have occurred in the past. And so you're more sort of putting off that energy of barrier rather than boundary. And that barrier acts as like a go away or a repellent. So if you're trying to manifest a relationship or the connection in an existing relationship, it's about healing those wounds in your heart so that those walls can come down and you're open to be vulnerable, which is where create the connection of, oh, that's interesting that I wanted to say connection, but creation came out of my mouth. We did have the creative energy here. So maybe taking down these walls is also going to help you to reconnect to your own creativity and to nurture what it is that you want to create or manifest, because the Three of Pentacles can also be about that as well. It's like, what are you working on? What are you wanting to build? What is the art or the skill that you are using to make something beautiful and something that other people really appreciate? Okay. My attention is being drawn over here to the huffing face, the angry face. I feel like this is the frustration or I just heard resentment in my head as well, that can come from a lack of boundaries or a tough situation that has been going on for quite a long time. This is something that, again, what they're recommending is that you communicate, that you speak from the heart, that you be assertive, that you stand up for what it is that you're feeling, and that you express that to others, because people are not mind readers here. It's important that you speak verbally everything that's going on within you so people can understand and better be able to give you what you need or connect to you or understand you just in general. Okay, they're drawing my attention to the canoe. And this is making me feel like the phrase up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. So this is where the frustration is coming from. It's like you've tried to go after what you want and it just kind of left you high and dry is what I'm hearing. And you got really frustrated with that. And then you started getting resentful. So maybe you were looking for relationships that were going to be supportive, but you ended up with people who didn't understand you or who you didn't feel that there was reciprocation, or you just didn't connect well, or you didn't communicate effectively, and so there was this disconnection. So the canoe here is telling me that, you can redirect your life, you can choose a different path, because now what they're showing me in my mind is the scene from Pocahontas where she's kind of being pressured to marry Kocoum, and he's like the brave warrior of the clan or of the tribe, but she doesn't feel that that's right for her. And so there's a calm, smooth path on the river, and there's a sort of more rocky one. And she actually chooses the rocky one because she wants the excitement. She wants the fun. She wants the challenge. And so I feel like some of this is kind of like, what do you want? What are you deciding? What are you moving toward? Whatever it is that you choose, they're drawing my attention to the clover. There's going to be good luck with it. So choose what feels right for your heart. Choose what's going to really resonate with you at that core level. That's what's going to bring you joy. And I feel like you have 9 lives here. Group number 3, you have 9 lives. So as many times as this pain has kind of brought you down, you come back. It's like you land on your feet every time. And yeah, that was a message that came up the last time that I did this half of the reading. The cat was here as well. And I was seeing in my mind's eye, like somebody dropping the cat and then them landing on their feet. So if somebody that you were in relationship with kind of dropped you, or, maybe they broke up with you randomly, or, they were showing interest and then they ghosted you, or maybe even that they just kind of dropped the ball in terms of meeting your needs or understanding you or even treating you well. It's like if they dropped you, yes, it may have hurt emotionally, but physically you were able to land on your feet because you're very agile. And you're lucky and you're blessed. I also see cats as good luck signs because traditionally they were considered, like black cats are considered bad luck, but that's only because they were associated with the feminine. And anything that's associated with the feminine was originally a sign of blessing. So the number 13, black cats, those are associated with the feminine. And so they're actually good luck. And so if whether you're male or female, it's really like this good luck here for you is your ability to adapt. It's your ability to be very agile and to course correct as needed, because that's another message that we saw already in the canoe. You're able to course correct, you're able to choose your path, you're able to kind of pick your way through in a way that's going to be very satisfying, is what I'm hearing in my head. But you do have to put in the work because they're taking me to the tools. What is this? Like a hammer and a wrench? Yeah. So there's some work that you need to do. There's some healing. Specifically, this is healing work. So because what they're showing me in my mind is like a therapist or a counselor. So there's something that you need to kind of work out, maybe with help, because the 3 of Pentacles can also be about help. And oh, you know what? They're drawing me to a message that actually came up in the last half of this reading that I filmed but didn't record. And it was like, you've got to break open the coconut. You've got to break open something that's hard. You've got to, it's like if you have those walls there that are blocking you off energetically from other people, then you're not going to have this connection. And the walls are there because of the pain. So it's like you've got to work out that pain and break that open with that chisel, like hammer away at it so that it opens up. And then you've got your real heart here, and now you can actually connect. But that's why boundaries are so important, because you don't open up your heart and just leave yourself vulnerable. You don't just go, you don't just like crack open your heart and let your wounds spill out into the world and then have people who are also wounded energetically connect or frequency match that and then come in and you guys just play out more and more wounds. That's what's already been happening, group number 3. What they're saying here is instead you've got to take down the walls, heal your heart with some tools, with some guidance, with some support. And then once you're more healed, maybe not fully healed, but once your heart is more stable and less feeling vulnerable in the sense that it feels helpless or victimized, then you can start to connect to other people, keeping your heart open, but setting boundaries around it. So instead of having like brick walls, you now have a fence that has a gate, and you can choose who you let in and who has to go out, or what the conditions are or circumstances are around who you let in and why. So it's very, very different. And I think it's very easily confused, because some people go, well, having boundaries is having my walls up, and that's just not true. Having boundaries is saying, this is my space. This is what you're allowed to do in my space. This is what I will and will not accept. Not, I'm hurt, so I'm going to just reject everyone or push everyone away. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone here with the tent. I feel like Spirit is kind of calling you to put yourself out there, like go camping, like get out into nature. And I don't mean literally, although that could be something that you want to do. That could be one of those fun activities that you want to go do. But I'm seeing this more as, and you know what? The hermit is really about going out into nature and being alone. So maybe you actually do literally need like a camping trip to just go be by yourself and connect to your heart. Yeah, it's like going out and being in nature. That's what I think of when I think of Pocahontas. When I look at the canoe, this also makes me think of being out in nature. So maybe you actually do need to go and spend some time alone, secluded in nature, to really connect to yourself so that you can start to accept these offers or these enjoyment and fun and dates and things like that. Understanding that they're coming from peace, like from good people. It's coming from a place of peace. It's not coming from a place of wanting to hurt you. But if you're resonating at that frequency of pain and trauma and heartache, then that's what is going to continue to be attracted. So that's why they're recommending that you work on that. And being alone in nature might be a way to do that, or one of the ways to do that. Now you have the ball cap here. And this is making me think, take me out to the ball game. Oh my God, take me out to the something. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't know if I'll ever come back. Okay, so that's enough of that. The ball game here is making me feel like something that you want to do. It's something that's fun. So if this is dating, it's like, go out on the dates, go out and do things, say yes. If these offers are coming in, let them come in, embrace them, do it, go for it. It's important that you get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, like if your comfort zone is staying home alone, but you're trying to manifest a relationship, then it will not happen unless you take action toward it, unless you meet the universe halfway. That's how it works. We can't just manifest out of thin air. We have to physically take action toward it because we're manifesting at the third dimensional level. And the third dimensional level is physical, which means that we need to put in physical action or effort or change to see a physical manifestation or outcome. So if you're wanting to manifest a relationship and you're sitting at home alone all day, they're saying, get out, go out into the wild, go have fun with people, say yes to dates, go travel, go on a vacation, go on a camping trip. Just do something that gets you out of the house and gets you a little outside of your comfort zone, because that's going to help you reconnect to yourself, but it's also going to help you to change your frequency. And then we also have the cow. The cow here, oh yes, they are reminding me of what came up in the last reading, because the cow did come up here too. And so the cow coming up twice for you, and the same message coming through, it's like it's a moot point. So something that you once thought was really important is actually a moot point, meaning it doesn't really matter. So it's time to let go of it. Or it's not relevant. Yeah, that's more what moot point means, I think. It's not like it doesn't matter. It's just it's not relevant. It's not relevant to the point. So if there's something here that is causing you to resist your manifestation or procrastinate taking action in the way that you're being directed to, it's like, take a look at that, because it may not be related to, it may not even be related to what it is that you're trying to create here. So if it's a moot point, it can probably be let go of so that you can actually go forward in what you want to be doing. Yeah, they just keep kind of reiterating to me that it's important that you get out of your comfort zone. It's important that you put yourself out there. You need to put in a little bit of work here. And the work doesn't always necessarily mean like going to therapy or something like that. It could also just be putting in the work in terms of taking action, getting rid of the things that are obstructing. Maybe it's like these beliefs or pain from the past, or these thoughts of pessimism, or this fear of betrayal, or these even like jealousy in the past, or something that like hurt your heart before, and you're needing to kind of realize what that is and make that go away so that you can create peace in your heart and actually start to have fun connecting to people in a really healthy way. And at the same time, communicating effectively, being very, very authentic is what I'm also seeing with the assertive energy. It's like you're being very authentic because you're not swallowing your words. You're not people pleasing. You're not walking on eggshells. You're just being you. You're saying what you really actually feel. And that is what makes all the difference in these healthy connections. So group number 3, what I'm seeing for you overall is that the situation will improve when you put in some action and work to adjust your emotional landscape, your heart, and start putting yourself out there within the next 30 days or so. So it's actually really fast for you. So open up your heart, be willing to be vulnerable, but at the same time, protect your heart and nurture your heart so that you're creating fences with gates rather than brick walls. Okay? I'm sending you so much love and support for this manifestation, whatever it happens to be. Remember that this is a general reading, so just just take what resonates and leave the rest here. If it didn't apply to you, then it wasn't for you. And I'm sending you so much love to find what is for you and to create the opportunities that are for you. And if you need any one-on-one support, I have lots of transformational soul services to help you raise your frequency. And I actually do have a specific reading that's used for creating your reality. It's the 7D manifesting blueprint reading. Those are hugely transformational for the rest of your life because it's information that you can use towards anything and everything that you want to manifest from here onward. So if you're interested in that, it's a wonderful investment to make in yourself, and it can really help you to understand what you're doing that's out of alignment and how to physically do things that are more in alignment. And we talk about the specific actions and all of that. So if you're interested in that or any of my other services, you can find them in the description box. There's a link to my website and you can check them all out there and book online. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the video if this resonated with you, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Lots more pick a card style readings to come. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.